Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
And welcome into this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It is week 5 of the UPSL Georgia fall season. It is Georgia Athletic taking on Atletico Buford here at Discovery High School in Lawenceville, Georgia. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Larry Weaver. We'll get you all caught up on everything around the league. It is an absolutely perfect fall day. It is 67 degrees here in Lawenceville, a little bit of drizzle, a lot of bit of wind. You can see that wind blowing off of the referees and off of the players. This is a perfect soccer day here in Georgia. Take a look at the leaderboard here in zone number 2. Potros FC at the top of the table, tied with LSA, Norcross Pro, Soccer Saves Live, Scenic City right behind them, and then a clump of teams, Atlanta United Academy, FC Birmingham, North Georgia United, and Dalton United at the bottom of the table. Zone 1 is where we're at today. Atletico Buford, top of the table, 10 points. Pachuca, Georgia, just behind them. Kalanji Pro Profile and Georgia Revolution tied at 7. Georgia Impact at 5. This Georgia Athletic squad finding their way into that table if they can with a win today. FC Columbus Elite down at the bottom with 1 point as well. Top 4 teams will move on to the playoffs once we get there. We have 2 teams, one on the left, which is Buford, Georgia. They're in the white kits. They're moving from left to right. Georgia Athletic in the black kits are moving from right to left. Black against white. Hopefully that'll be easy for you to see at home. Fixtures for this week, it was a bit of a makeup week bye for a lot of teams. Only had one game in Zone 2, which is North Georgia United taking on Scenic City at 7 o'clock tonight up at Riverbend Park. Here in Zone 1, we had 2 matches yesterday. Pachuca, Georgia going down to Columbus, Georgia to defeat FC Columbus Elite 5-0. Georgia Revolution winning at home at Warhawk Stadium 2-1 over Georgia Impact. And today's matchup, Georgia Athletic and Atletico Buford. It'll be Georgia Impact that are going to get us, Georgia Athletic is going to get us underway. There's the whistle, and we are underway for the first 45 here at Discovery High School. You can just see the drizzle coming down out there. We'll see how that drizzle affects the teams here at Discovery High School. This is an artificial turf. Moving through the back. Gutierrez will go over to the far side. Matthews thinks about it, lays it off. Headed away by Buford. Buford coming in. This is their first season in the Premier Division. Came from Division 1 from last season. Wind comes, you'll watch how this wind comes in. It comes right across the field from left to right. We'll see how that affects play. Trying to attack is Buford, but that one will just be rolled out. It'll be a throw for Georgia Athletic. Moving forward for the defense, come over here to the near side. Gives space for Alvarado to move forward. He'll send a long ball down the channel, but it's cut off by Rudy Beatriz of Atletico Buford. Received there by Santos. He's going to send it down, trying to control it. Able to. He's in. Rapolo trying to get that pass back in the middle of the pitch. Not going to get that right. Down the line, it's going to go out off of the near line. It'll be a throw for Atletico Buford. Have to locate that ball as there's, you can see that substantial track situation that we have here at Discovery High School, like we have at most Gwinnett high schools that these teams play at. Thrown in. Not able to control that was Suazo. Christian Suazo doing very well for this Atletico Buford team. Last match for Atletico Buford was a 0-0 draw against Georgia Impact. That same Georgia Impact team defeated Georgia Athletic 2-0. Should give you a little bit of a guess as to how this matchup is going to go. It's going to go back to keeper for Buford, Centenio. He'll send it over to the defense. They'll send it long. It'll make it barely to center circle. Working over there on the far side. Cut off by Buford, and that one's going to get blasted out by number 20, Yahir Elizalde. So far in the first 4 matches for Atletico Buford, they have scored 14 goals. They've allowed 4. Georgia Athletic with the same 4 games. They have scored 8, but they have allowed 11, and that's going to be a foul. So that goal differential could become a factor in this match as we get through these 90 minutes. See here as Buford is moving forward, given over to Chavaria, and he is just taken down there. It's going to be a good opportunity for Atletico Buford. It's about 36 yards out. Chavaria over the ball. He'll send it, and that one well out. He had plenty of time to get it up and down, just was not on the mark. This will be a goal kick in the 7th minute for Georgia Athletic. Back underway. Over to the far side. Alvarado surveys the field. He'll try to flick it over, able to do so. Got it past Suazo. Long ball. Able to control it. Be a throw. Back all the way to the keeper for Georgia Athletic. Again, Alvarado moving forward, passes it into center circle, cut off, and that'll be a foul committed on Castro, number 8, for Buford. Right about midline. Here's a good ball. That one just not hit correctly, and that one's going to go out. Gabriel Santos was trying to put a ball into the box and just didn't get that right, and it careens off, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Moving forward, good ball headed straight up into the air. Great cutoff by Buford, but it's going to be a throw for Georgia Athletic as it came off the Buford man. Controlled back to Alvarado. Alvarado's going to look. He'll throw it into the box, but right cut off by Buford, having to clear that. Still not completely clear. And that will be a foul committed by Georgia Athletic. Elizalde trying to get that ball out of there, fighting to get that ball out. You can see with help from Carlos, number 12. And that's going to be where Carlos will receive high boot right in the face. Be a foul and a kick for Georgia Athletic, 40 yards out. Headed, but right on out and out for a goal kick. You're watching UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action. It is Georgia Athletic 0, Atletico Buford 0. A drizzly rain falling here in Lawenceville, Georgia on this fall weekend, first weekend of October. Going to ask Santos to come back about 10 yards or so. Make that about 15 yards. And a foul and a yellow card is going to be issued to number 2, Martin Gutierrez, for Georgia Athletic here in the 13th minute. See right here, coming up, nasty challenge, sliding tackle. That's how the yellow is issued. So that'll be a yellow for number 2 in the 13th minute. Sent forward by Buford, not able to complete possession. It'll go back to the keeper, Delgado. He will go over to Gutierrez. Nice little flick there by the Georgia Athletic man. to Centennial. Picked up. He rolled over to Elizalde, who will come over to Beatriz, who comes back into a defensive position. It's going to give it over here to Santos. Santos, a deflection off, and it will be a throw for Athletic. And these two teams, Atletico at the top of the table. Currently, Georgia Athletic in the 6th position. You want to be in those top 4 spots by the end of week 16 so that you can find yourself into the playoffs. We're only in week 5, so plenty of time for these teams for things to go really good or really bad. There's a bad mistake from Centennial, and that is going to be a foul as the Georgia Athletic man trying to get around the Buford man just pulled him to the ground. You can see here, bad mistake by Centennial, moving over on the far side, and you can see number 12, Carlos for Buford, just pulls the Georgia Athletic man, also number 12, Ignacio Mendez, just pulls him to the ground instead of being outclassed there into the box. This is going to be a really good opportunity because this is only about 2-ish yards of the box. Here we go. But it's going to hit the side netting, but it will be a corner. So not able to get it into the box, but able to earn the corner. He will give us an in-swinger. Long to the straight up into the air, and Buford able to clear. Over here, Puccini's able to get a beautiful ball over to the far side. Mendez controls it, able to keep it in, straight up into the air, into the box, headed away by Elizalde, and a rip at it. And that one is out for a goal kick. Take a look at this beautiful ball that was straight up into the air, into the box, headed there, and then a second heading, and then just ripped up and over. Back underway live here at Discovery High School. Athletic is going to have that deflected off at them. It'll be a throw for Atletico Buford. 19 minutes in, we are still 0-0. Again, having the player step back about 5 yards. And I believe we had a little bit of a pushing positional battle there. 2 players trying to control the space. Got a bit of technical delay. We'll get you back to live 1 second. And got it back to live action. Apologize for that little issue. Again, we're in the 22nd minute. It is 0-0 between Georgia Athletic and Atletico Buford. Buford send one down the channel. Good ball. Is Suazo going to get there? It's just on the line. Suazo keeps it in, passes it back. That pass will be deflected out. It'll be a throw for Buford. What a good ball from Christian Suazo. Able to control that ball right on the back line. Long ball for Athletic, and it's just going to be too far. Controlled by, but it's going to be a foul, injury there. Just going to come back to that foul. He's going to be okay. It's number 12 again. Ignacio Mendez that hit the pitch there. It is a foul. Back underway. Delgado's got to come way out of his box and clear that ball as Suazo was looking to pounce. Back under control is Buford. Fighting for the ball right there in the midfield. It's going to be won by Georgia Athletic, but right back just for a quick second. But Georgia Athletic trying to get that ball out of the midfield. They pass it out. It'll be a throw for Buford. Thrown in. It's going to go back to the keeper, Centenio. Over here to Beatriz. Works around the Athletic man. He has space to move forward in the midfield. He'll cut it over right there through centrally and forward. Chavaria now tries to flick that one forward. Not going to get there. He's trying to get the pressure. Nice ball recovery there from Buford. Castro passes back over to the far side. Controlled by Carlos. Knocked out. It'll be a throw for Buford. Thrown in by Buford. That one is going to make its way to Vargas. Vargas will go back to center circle over here to the near side. That's a very slow pass. Cut off by Georgia Athletic. Working down the near line. Thought about passing it. Had nobody go to. Has to hit the brakes. And Chavaria earns a drop ball. Back underway. Finally, some Georgia Athletic players come up to help him out. Alvarado gives it over to Hernandez, who immediately goes over to Matthias. Goes over to the far side. Working that far line. That'll be a foul. That'll also be a yellow card issued to another Georgia Athletic player. That time it is going to be number 19, Yorvis Rincon, who's going to receive that one in the 26th minute. Back underway here in the 27th minute. Through center circle. Now here comes Vargas' pass over the top, but Delgado will be there to control it. Keep in mind, we are a multi-sport facility here at Discovery High School. You can see all of those colors on the field. You're looking for that lighter white color, what's in the box. You want to make sure that you don't go outside of the box. We saw that happen earlier this season. Nice ball forward, but that one will be cleared by Beatriz. Straight up into the air. Again, continuing to fight for that ball between the two sides. Georgia Athletic recover it. Lose it in the midfield to number 8, Alessandro Castro. Beautiful ball forward, just nobody there. Working over there on the far side. Be a foul committed by Buford. And a yellow card will be issued, this time to Atletico Buford man. Looks like it was number 19, Juan Garzon. Here in the 29th minute. Over there on the far side. Trying to clear it is Buford. Will be a throw. Nice ball forward from Buford. Cut off again by Atletico. Just neither team really finding anything for attack throughout these first 32 minutes. Atletico Buford again with possession, trying to move forward. Another ball here on the near channel. But again, just easily cut off by Atletico. Pass back wasn't the best, and it's going to be a corner. This will be a corner for Buford. Player trying to come up because this was taken short. Into the box. Delgado punches it away. Again, here comes another opportunity. This one immediately cut off. He just knew where that ball was going. Cut that pass off. Rapallo just kind of showed where he was going, and he's going to commit the foul. You go back and look at that opportunity a second ago. You see as that one just deflected Rapallo, and then that pass back from Mathis wasn't the best. Or excuse me, that was Gutierrez's pass back wasn't the best. Back alive. Rapallo sending one again, easily cut off. He wins it back though. Makes its way through center circle, right in the middle of center circle. Here comes Alvarado and Puccini there. You can see that the rain is starting to come down more here at Discovery High School. Really starting to come down now. Carlos, that pass cut off again. Through the back line, Puccini over, back and forth. That pass off the mark again. Hernandez having to try to assist, but it's going to go right back into possession of Buford. Centennial will go over to Beatriz. Rudy Beatriz will move forward. He has plenty of space to move forward in the midfield. Nice little touch. Going to go back to Elizalde. Carlos and Elizalde, they pass back and forth to each other. Now, that one going to Vargas, and again over to Rudy Beatriz. Look at all this space he has to move forward, almost 40 yards of freedom. Now here comes a long ball from Alessandro Castro. Again, ran down by Chavarria, getting into the box, holding him off. Shot, tried to clear it, not going to get there. Suazo, not going to get there as well. Cleared once again by Georgia Athletic. Really good defensive work by both of these teams so far. Christian Suazo takes a long shot, but that one is easily grabbed by Daniel Delgado. Rolled out to the defense. Gutierrez over to Mathis. Mathis will send it forward. Now here comes Hernandez. He'll lay it off. Trying to pass through. Not going to get there. Immediately back in possession by Buford. Castro comes over to and back to number 7, Rudy Beatriz. Controlling a lot of the motion forward by Buford here this half. Makes the turn in center circle, stops, thinks about it again. Kevin Vargas will lay it off again to Elizalde. Now, Beatriz sends and receives yet again. Kevin Vargas again, surveys, he'll send one long. Deflected again right off of Georgia Athletic. Nice ball forward. Working here on the near channel. Cut off. Elizalde clears. So far, Puccini, number 72, Santiago Puccini of Georgia Athletic. He just seems to know exactly where the ball is going to be in that midfield. He has cut off passes time and time again from Atletico Buford. Here comes a cross over to the near side, controlled by Alvarado. Right on the touchline, he'll lay it off. Allows Gutierrez to send one long, cut off again by Buford. Buford outside of the boot, trying to get it up there to Christian Suazo. He's going to receive it, gets around Matthias one time, standing up with him. Step over, step over, step over. Good tackle there by Rudy Matthias. Great work by the defender there on Christian Suazo. That ball off the mark. It'll be a throw. Controlled by Alessandro Castro. He makes the turn. He'll come over here to Rudy Beatriz. A little too long for him, but it's going to be okay to be grabbed by Gabriel Santos. He'll give it right back to Beatriz. Now, Kevin Vargas, wanting somewhere to go, has no choice but to go back to Beatriz. Now, Santos, Vargas. Vargas turns, holds up, sends it forward. Chavaria. And again, Puccini recovers there in the midfield. Here comes a long ball over to the far side, bouncing past the defender. Make it all the way into the corner. Another tackle. It'll be a throw for Georgia Athletic. 39 minutes in. The rain is falling here at Discovery High School in Lawrenceville, Georgia, for this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action. It is Week 5. Georgia Athletic SC 0. Atletico Buford 0. Holds up. Holds up again now with the pass. Controlled, but just absolutely surrounded by Buford players. And a foul will be committed there right off of Rudy Beatriz, and that is right about 30 yards out. A yellow card is going to be issued. I think that yellow card is going to come from dissent. Georgia Athletic will get an extra 2 yards, so this one is going to be about 28 yards. And it is almost right in the middle of the pitch. Center official Brendan Dunovant walking out the 10 yards for the Buford defensive line. It'll be a 5-man wall. Currently, Praska and Mendez over the ball. Praska gets the boots nice and tight and ready to go. Looks to be Praska that's thinking about taking this shot. Rips it! And that one off the mark. It'll be deflected, though, and it will be a corner. Have to recover a ball. Take a look at that opportunity while they are locating another ball. can see Franco Praska. Nice shot. Center official does say that there was a deflection. So Praska will take this in swinger. So we're in the 42nd minute. To the far side. Controlled. Back in, headed. That one's going to be over and out. It'll be deflected. It'll be another corner. Same side. That one kind of coming off of the training grounds where he didn't even try to get that ball into the box. He sets it all the way over to the far side. Praska again. Here comes another in-swinger. Over to the far side again. Headed away by Christian Suazo. He's not going to be able to run it down. It'll be a throw for Georgia Athletic. Controlled on the throw. Tackled. Just taking too long with that, and he's going to earn the foul. The Atletico Buford man, the Georgia Athletic man, just kind of delayed holding on to it and allowed that easy tackle and then commits the foul. Center official going to have to back up the Georgia Athletic men as they're standing over the ball. And he's going to also pull the ball back about 2 yards. Back underway here in the 44th minute. We'll see how many more minutes of stoppage time we will receive. Maybe a minute or two. As there hasn't been a whole lot of stoppage in this first 45. And that one can thank Mother Nature for Alder Rapolo for losing his footing as it has continued to rain throughout this first half. And that artificial turf gets very slick. Alessandro Castro with a nice ball forward, and he continues to move forward, but that ball not able to control by Gabriel Santos, and it goes out. It'll be a throw for Georgia Athletic as we are entering the last minute of regulation time in this first half, thrown in by Alvarado. Gutierrez surveys, lays it off to Delgado. Delgado stops, gives it right back to Gutierrez. Moving to Puccini. Alvarado doesn't control that pass from Puccini enough. Looks like 3 minutes of stoppage time is what we're going to receive. There's another yellow card issued for a tackle. That time on number 16 of Buford in the 45th minute. So that yellow card was issued to Alder Rapolo. So 3 minutes of stoppage time is what we have. Mother Nature is trying to hold our view of the match, but we are back. Throw in on the far side for Atletico Buford. Controlled. Nice tackle from Athletic. They win possession. Immediately look at the numbers on both sides. Swarm each other. Works around that challenge. Comes centrally to Puccini. Puccini. He'll take a shot. And that one is deflected off, and it goes out for a corner. Caught Centennial off guard. He was wanting to go to his right, and the deflection takes it to his left. See here on the replay. Puccini receives it, moves a little forward past Castro. He takes that, just enough of a deflection to see it off the mark and out for this corner. Here comes the in-swinger, high in the air, all the way through. Praska now loses his footing, but he is going to earn a foul off of number 18, Gabriel Santos. The two players losing their balance. Praska earns this opportunity late in the first half. Be a three-man wall for Atletico Buford. Headed away by Buford. Chavaria lays it off to Suazo, and Suazo taken down, and that'll be a yellow card. And the yellow card is not going to be issued to the tackle, but it's going to be going all the way back to Rennie Mathias, because it was 7. Franco Praska was the one that completed the tackle, but they're going to give the yellow card to number 4, Rennie Mathias, in the 48th minute. So yellow cards being issued in haste throughout this first 45. Controlled. Rudy Beatriz lays it off. Angel Centeno. And that is going to do it for the first 45. We will go into halftime with the score: Georgia Athletic 0, Atletico Buford 0. We'll step away for a few minutes, allow you to get a drink and a snack, and come back. And for the second 45 here at Discovery High School, it is Georgia Athletic 0, Atletico Buford 0. And welcome back here to Discovery High School for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It is Georgia Athletic nil, Atletico Buford nil. Larry Weaver bringing you all of the action here at Discovery High School in Lawenceville, Georgia this afternoon. Take a look around the league that we had here in week 5. You'll see 3 matches here in Zone 1, 2 of them yesterday, Buford and Georgia Athletic today, Columbus Elite losing to Pachuca, Georgia, Georgia Revolution defeating Georgia Impact. It's going to be Atletico Buford that are going to get us underway here in the second half. In the white kits, moving from right to left. Georgia Athletic in the black kits, moving from left to right. Center official with his whistle up, ready to blow. Underway here in the second 45. Thank you so much for watching here on the Atlantic Soccer Media Network in the ASMG TV studios. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get all of our content, not just these live action matches, but also highlights, podcasts, interviews, so much more right here on ASMG TV. Buford trying to clear that out of their half. Able to get it to center circle, but Alessandro Castro not able to get that pass. Georgia Athletic lose it in the midfield again. It's kind of been the tale of the first 45. Neither team really with solid opportunities with shots on goal until late in the match. Thought about it, holds up, does. Alvarado loses possession in the midfield again, win it back. Hernandez able to hold off that challenge all the way back to Delgado. He'll survey, come over here to Rennie Mathias. Give it again to Hernandez, loses it, going to go all the way back. Martin Gutierrez is not going to get there in time. Chavaria was trying to get it to Suazo, comes back from an offsides position, and it will be possession for Georgia Athletic. Again, Georgia Athletic currently in sixth position here in the Zone 1 for the Premier Division in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Top 4 teams move on to the playoffs when we get done with the regular season. Plenty of opportunity for them to move up in the table. They currently have 1 win and 3 losses in their first 4 matches. Ball goes out. It'll be a Buford throw. Sent long, and it will go out. It'll be a Georgia Athletic throw. Georgia Athletic, they started the season with a significant win over FC Columbus Elite here at home at Discovery High School, 5-0. They then went on the road and lost to Kalanji Pro Profile 6-2. Were home to Pachuca, Georgia, and lost 3-1. And then lost on the road again 2-0 to Georgia Impact. So one win followed by 3 consecutive losses. They need a result today to get their season back in control. Moving forward was Sarmentio. Now Puccini. Puccini has been a really bright spot for Athletic all day. Puccini! Save there by Centennial. Santiago Puccini has been really, really good for Georgia Athletic this entire match. That'll go out, and it will be a throw for Buford. Christian Suazo will come up to grab it. He will lay it off, allow that to be handled by Rapolo. Rapolo will then again give it back himself. Allow Gabriel Santos to come up with this throw. See, the wind has picked up, whereas the rain has subsided a little bit here. Santos will get another opportunity to complete this throw in, able to do so, chested down by Chavaria. Still has control, but loses it to Rennie Mathias. That'll go all the way back to Angel Centennial. Comes out of his box to recover that ball for Buford. It's an absolute opposite story for Atletico Buford so far this season. They started out the gates with a supernatural win in week 1 at home at George Pierce Park, defeating Kalanji Pro Profile 8-3. They then went on the road and won 2-1 against Pachuca, Georgia. Came back home to defeat Georgia Impact 4-0. They have really, really put on a fantastic start of the season. They then had that 0-0 draw. This will be a good opportunity here for Atletico Buford. This is only about 22 yards out. Set pieces have really been a bright spot for them in their first few matches. Beatriz, Rudy Beatriz, and he gets it in! Sneaks that one past everybody into the back of the net for the opening goal for Atletico Buford. It's 1-0. Take a look at this opportunity from Rudy Beatriz. He's lined up, and he just sneaks it through the wall into the corner for the opening goal. There in the 53rd minute. Just snuck that right underneath the wall as they jump. And it is 1-0. Win it again in the midfield does Buford. Now they're really feeling to express themselves. Christian Suazo, too much, and that goes out for a goal kick. Atletico Buford, since coming up in here to the Premier Division, they have that tenacity like so many other teams in this Premier Division. Once they get that opening goal, it's almost like a shark in blood-infested waters. They just attack, attack, attack. They've been able to put several on the board. That one is going to find its way deflected to Centineo. Centineo will pick it up as soon as he gets enough of a challenge there by the Georgia Athletic man. And this is again the same story for Georgia Athletic, still struggling to find goals this season. Coming into this match with a -3 goal differential. You can see that Atletico Buford have their backup keeper warming up there on the sidelines. We'll see if they're going to make a change. Remember, each team can have up to 7 substitutions per match. Georgia Athletic brought 5 substitutions today. Atletico Buford with an entire roster full of substitutions. Back underway here in the 57th minute. Atletico Buford with the 1-0 lead right now. That ball went out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw, and it very well could be a yellow card issued for time wasting there as he cleared that ball out. Didn't hear the first whistle. Center official is not going to give the card. Just conversation there with Gabriel Santos. Still have possession due Georgia Athletic, and they go down, and he's going to earn it. Is it outside or inside the box? It is just outside the box. And you can see here as this ball comes forward, right there does the challenge come in, and it is millimeters off of the line for the box, right at the top of the box. Praska again. That one too far. That one goes out. Praska looking to sneak that one in to the far post. Past Centeno, not going to. See Praska trying to catch Buford off guard with this quick take. And he just didn't get that on the mark. Back underway live here at Discovery High School. Bouncing through center circle. Alessandro Castro has it, gets a pass to 2 men, but a deflection will see Athletic come away with control. Delgado being pressed, he will release it. Controlled for a second. Now back and forth in the midfield between the two teams. Puccini working down the near line into the box. Beautiful ball, just not gonna get there was Praska. He keeps it in. Good touch by Praska to keep it in. Is he off the back line? No, and it's out for a goal kick. Santiago Puccini with another perfect ball here down the near line. Beautiful cross into the box. Fortunately for Georgia Athletic, Franco Praska just not there in time to finish the deed and put that into the back of the net. Working that far line is Atletico Buford. They'll go back. A foul will be called. Foul committed on Gabriel Santos. Allows everybody from Buford to move forward, send a long ball over here to the near side, cut off. Tried to give and go, did Juan Garzon, but he could not get that ball off of his feet and forward to Carlos Chavarria. Buford win it in the midfield yet again. Christian Suazo tried to head it forward. Chavarria fighting there with Gutierrez. Gutierrez releases, and Rennie Mathis is able to get it out of their half. Working around, tried to work his way around Gabriel Santos, but Santos able to tackle and win it back. Now, here's a ball for Garzon, but not going to be able to get there as number 13, Daniel Sarmentio, is able to help get the ball to Daniel Delgado and allow the keeper to get that ball out of Athletics half. And we're gonna go, and now here comes a substitution, and it is the keeper for Atletico Buford, and it is going to be the end of the day for Angel Centeno. Angel had a great 60 minutes. He will be replaced by Eder Patino, number 99. It's a strange decision to replace the keepers at the 63rd minute. Generally speaking, when you have two keepers, you usually do it at the half marks. But a team that is so far ahead of a lot of teams, you can't question their decisions. Another ball there. The Voigt, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Alvarado wants a different ball. It's going to be asked to come forward about 30 yards. Back underway. That one not cleared good by Elizalde. Elizalde tried to hit it with the outside of his boot. He just didn't get a good touch on it. That ball go into the sand pit. be the first touch for Patino. And he will just easily hand it over to Beatriz, over to the far side. Beatriz will get it back. Rudy will send a long ball to Christian Suazo. Suazo is able to control it in center circle. Gives it to Varia. Chavaria is trying to work around the two men, and he's going to get the foul. And it's going to be a yellow card. And the red is going to number 4, Rennie Mathias, as he received his first yellow card in the 48th minute. That one coming in the 64th minute. And Georgia Athletic will play a man down for the remainder of this match. You can see exactly what Chavaria was doing here. Carlos Chavaria receives it, tries to work his way through, and receives the foul call as a little bit of a high elbow is what was called because he was trying to block the path of Carlos Chavaria. That was what Rennie Mathias was trying to do. He was just trying to get his arm up to block and it get called for that high elbow. And it will be 25 minutes of being a man down for Athletic and a goal down. Christian Suazo takes the shot, deflected off of the wall, and it will be a corner. Now here, Atletico Buford beginning to express themselves in this match. Looking to take a short, they do to Chavaria. Into the box far side, headed back in, headed down, it's going to be offsides. Delgado gains a couple yards on that offsides free kick, but not the most elegant ball back to Patino, but Patino's able to control it, chests it down, then sends it over to the far side. Now Rudy Beatriz with it. Gives it to Alessandro Castro, excuse me. Now here to the near side. Moving forward is Gerard Carlos. He'll give it back to Castro. Castro over back to Beatriz. Beatriz over to the far side. Gets it back. Now to Elizalde. Turns. Castro holds up, gives it back. They're just holding it in defense is Buford. That pass off the mark. Immediately they swarm defensively. It'll be a throw for Georgia Athletic. Substitutions coming on for both sides. The end of the day for Alessandro Castro and for Carlos Chavaria. Fabio Neira, one of the two players that just came on. Looks like Juan Camilo, number 6, also is who came on. Also a substitution for Georgia Athletic. That ball unable to be controlled. It'll roll out for a throw. Coach Michele Rusiniello for Georgia Athletic is going to have to go back to the drawing board here in week 6. It's going to really have to find a solution and find it quickly, as they are really struggling here at the beginning stages of this season. They've got some time off to do so, have some time in the training grounds. Right now, their next projected match is not until October 18th on the road to Warhawk Stadium to take on Georgia Revolution. So got about 2 weeks off got that bye week off, and then makeups of that following week to get ready to go to Warhawk Stadium down in Madonna, Georgia. They'll have to have that match at Warhawk Stadium without the services of Rennie Mathias, as he'll have to serve at least a 1-game suspension for those yellow cards. Monetary fine is also issued on red cards. Long ball over here to the near side. Controlled for a second, now loses possession. Daniel Sarmiento had it for a moment, but loses it to Buford. Atletico Buford have adjusted quite well into these Premier Division settings as your opponents here in the Premier Division get harder and harder as you move through. The level of competition is quite a step up from Division 1, and number 6 getting a talking to there for that foul. Juan Camilo just coming onto the pitch. No card issued from our center official, Brendan Donovan. Also give a thanks to his crew. AR1 is Douglas Bonilla. AR2, Felix Rowe, and our 4th official is Gonzalo Camano. We thank all of our officials for their help with putting on these matches here in the UPSL Georgia Conference. Making his way through center circle is the Buford man. Lays it off. They'll go all the way back to Elizalde, and he will go back to Patino. We're through 72 minutes. It is Atletico Buford 1, Georgia Athletic 0. Georgia Athletic down a man since the 64th minute. Second yellow issued to Rennie Mathias, number 4. Again, there is Puccini. The one bright spot for Georgia Athletic this match has been number 72, Santiago Puccini. The man on the ball right now. He's really looked good throughout this match. Just able to get there was Patino, and he cleared it out. Little bit of a slow pass back to him. Substitution for Buford. It'll be the end of the day for number 19, Juan Garzon. Be a throw for Georgia Athletic. Cleared by Juan Garzon was replaced by number 9, Will Baggerel. He is a striker. So took off a midfielder for a striker. So that you can see Buford still looking to attack, especially with Georgia Athletic a man down. Gets that ball over to the far side. Able to get it back to Rudy Beatrice. Rudy Beatrice gives it over here to the near side. Geraldo Carlos gets it forward to Baggerel. Baggerel lays it off, looks for the one-time give and go. Not going to get there. Daniel Delgado will get there. This could be a dangerous little team up between Christian Suazo and Will Baggerel. See if it pans out for Buford. Gonna lay it off to the defense, feeling the pressure already. Puccini doesn't get that pass right, but they are able to get out of a jam, send it out. Rudy Beatrice trying to get it over there to Gabriel Santos, not going to be able to, but it's going to get back to Patino, and he'll be able to just roll it out to Carlos. Now Christian Suazo goes in the midfield, work their way over to the far side. Still in control of it. Camillo gets through the midfield. Suazo back to center circles for Camillo. Alzalde will go over to Beatrice. He'll give it to Camillo. Gives it right back to him. Alzalde starting to apply pressure is Georgia Athletic. Is it too little too late as we're in the 76th minute? Carlos, back roll. A lot of passing for Atletico Buford. That pass off the mark, but they're going to win the throw. Fabio Neira wasn't able to get that pass right, but he did earn the throw. Another substitution coming on. This time, Georgia Athletic with 3 substitutions. Gianfranco Rusiniello, number 17, one of those players coming on. Wait for the whistle. Now, Carlos able to throw that in. Camillo, roll it over to Beatriz. Beatriz will give it to Santos. Santos has plenty of space. He elects to just pass it back. He'll go back to Rudy and to Camillo. So calm is Atletico Buford right now. Have the lead, up a man, looking to just pick their moment to try for another. Challenge right there. That one should be a throw for Georgia Athletic as that came off of Will Baggerel. Gianfranco will take this throw in. Gutierrez goes over to the far side. That pass Off the mark, goes right to the defense of Buford. They'll just roll it back to Kiefer. And Patino gives it right back to Elizalde. Elizalde controlling that center back role for Buford. 79 minutes into this match. Nero will come to Christian Suazo. Suazo, nice ball to Bagro. Is he onside? No, he was not. You can see he was just a little off. He made that turn and run. See it really quick on this run. You can see here, this right there, just off. Back alive. Over to the far side. Gutierrez again over to that far side. Just not able to control that ball. Goes out to be a throw for Buford. Minutes plus any stoppage time. We had 3 minutes the first half, so looked to be similar with the substitutions. Long ball over here. Buford, control it. Baggerel holds off Gianfranco. Is able to get it down here to Carlos. Baggerel wants to give it over to the far side. Just enough of a header and clearance by Diego Alvarado. See what Will Baggerel was trying to do there for Buford. He had that runner in the channel. Thrown in. Baggerel gets around the man, but that's way too strong. It'll go out for a goal kick. It continues to rain here at Discovery High School. Another substitution. Be the end of the day for Adair Rapolo, and he will be replaced by number 21, Glenn Rodriguez. You can see 68 degrees and still raining in Lawenceville, Georgia. The fall has begun. Martin Gutierrez with possession. He's going to send a long one, but it's deflected off of Will Baggerel's backside. Lays it off. Pass to the newly entered Rodriguez. He gives it back. They lose possession in the midfield. They get it right back. Beatriz will send it forward. Rodriguez gets it forward again. Over here to the near side. That one off the mark, out for a goal kick. You can see the wind has picked up. You can see it right there off of the corner flag on the top side of your screen. It's kind of coming across the pitch from far side to near side right now, almost at an angle. Elizalde will give it to Rudy Beatriz. Rodriguez gives it back to Beatriz. He gives it Elizalde. Elizalde is able to just release it. Bagwell has it. Lays it off. Trying to get it to Suazo. Suazo gets it. Gets around the first man. Cannot get around the second man. And Delgado having to make a save there as that deflected right towards goal. It's a little off the mark, but he had to be on the safe side. Make that save. Another substitution. This time it'll be the end of the day for Hager Hernandez. He will be replaced by number 9, Manuel Montagut, who is more of a defensive player. While that's happening, let's look at that last transaction for Buford. You can see here Suazo gets around the first man, and as he's trying to get around the second one, just enough of a deflection off of number 3, William Marquez forces Daniel Delgado to make a save. This will be a throw in for Gianfranco, excuse me. Say it correctly, Gianfranco. Chested down. Still an opportunity. 5 minutes ago plus stoppage time. Georgia Athletic can find the equalizer. Just have to keep their wits about them. They are a man down. Been that way since the 64th minute. The second yellow card was issued to Rennie Mathias, number 4. Ed Albertino cuts it to Elizalde. He releases it. Not able to control that pass was Camillo. Allows Puccini to have possession, but he loses it. Just as I was giving him the praises. Here's an opportunity. Elizalde had to clear it. Just as I was giving Puccini his praises. Offsides. Oh, that could have been a goal kick. Could have been. Puccini, last 2 real possessions, has been off the mark from throughout the first 85 minutes. Offsides was the call for that opportunity for Georgia Athletic. Conversation going on there gives us an opportunity to look at that possession just a second ago. You can see as this ball is coming forward, and they had called offsides. Tina got a player that's ready to go for Buford. It will be the end of the day for Kevin Vargas. 88th minute. Patino will get us back underway. Gareth Garcia is who just came on for Vargas. Elizalde will release it. Rodriguez over here to his partner in the midfield, Neira, to Christian Suazo. Suazo will run back right about midline before sending it forward, cut off. And a strike just ripped through the laces and it'll roll out. It'll be a goal kick. Delgado receives the ball, gets us back underway here in the 89th minute. Sent forward, cut off again by Camilo. Beatriz is now in a midfielder role. Played defense for a majority of this match for Buford. Lifted over the head of several Georgia Athletic players. Back to Patino. Patino will just send this one out. It will be able to stay in. Will Baggerel fighting, able to win it. Got past the first man, not going to get past the second man. It's knocked out. It will be a corner. Alvarado being smart, not looking to take a chance, just knocks it out. Be an in-swinger for Atletico Buford here in the 90th minute. Asking for Alvarado to be back 10 yards for the potential of a short take. As you see, Glenn Rodriguez is right there. Does take a short to Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the box, punched away by Delgado and cleared by Gianfranco. Now Georgia Athletic looking to transition. Had control of it, did Montagut, but not able to control it enough. 4 minutes of stoppage time, 4 minutes. Montagut playing a striker role instead of his traditional defensive role. Baggerel's able to get it to Christian Suazo. Suazo keeps it in play. Off to Baggerel. Baggerel gives it back to Suazo. Suazo will go back over there to the far side. Puccini assisted with his teammate to get possession, but lose it right at the top of center circle. No foul issued there. Camilo still with possession. Over to Neyra. Neyra trying to switch play to Suazo, and that one will go out for a goal kick. 1 minute of the 4 additional minutes, 3 minutes to go. 4 minutes of stoppage time is what was called. Georgia Athletic able to release it, and they will earn the foul. Center official asking Sarmiento to come over and have a conversation, as well as Fabio Neyra, making sure that none of the physicality gets out of hand as we're getting near the end, halfway through the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Delgado will send a long one, but headed right back forward from Buford. Rodriguez able to release it. Will Baggerel is not going to get there in time. That ball will roll. Just able to control it from an assistant. Back in play. Delgado able to get that pass forward, but nobody there for Georgia Athletic. Easily taken back into possession by Atletico Buford. Camilo in center circle. Has time. Atletico Buford will happily step away from this match with a win. They will get ready for their match next week against Georgia Revolution. They will be home to Georgia Revolution. And in the following week, Georgia Revolution will be home to this Georgia Athletic team. Foul committed on the Athletic man as time is slipping away for Georgia Athletic. Throw in for Buford. In the air, headed away. That is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. We end this match with the score: Georgia Athletic 0, Atletico Buford 1. Another match for Atletico Buford, still undefeated. Going to be their 4th win and a draw for them this season. They'll be on the road next week, or they'll be at home, next week to Georgia Revolution. It'll be a bye week for Georgia Athletic and give them an opportunity to right the ship and get ready for the remainder of the season. That will do it for our campaign coverage of Week 5 of the UPSL Georgia Conference. And there's only, I believe, one other match here in Week 5. That's going to be North Georgia United taking on Scenic City SC up at Riverbend Park in Dalton, Georgia at 7 o'clock kickoff. That's going to do it for Week 5 of Zone 1. As 2 matches other from yesterday, FC Columbus Elite losing 5-0 to Pachuca, Georgia, and Georgia Revolution winning 2-1 over Georgia Impact. That'll do it for us here at ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get all of our content, including these live matches, highlights, podcasts, interviews, so much more. We leave here from Discovery High School with the score: Atletico Buford 1, Georgia Athletic 0. Thank you so much. See you next time.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.